about the politics of reconciliation. I think it will be wise for Mount Kenya leaders to understand one thing. If William Samoei Arap Ruto have a political difference and have a bone to chew with Uhuru Kenyatta, then himself should carry that burden and handle Uhuru Kenyatta. The Mount Kenya leaders never again should not allow William Ruto to export his fallout with Uhuru Kenyatta through to frustrate Uhuru Kenyatta through them. And I concur with the sentiments of the former Bahati Member of Parliament. The former Bahati Member of Parliament have spoken today in Nakuru. And there are things he is saying. There is something he is saying there. That there are people that are out to rattle and break government in the middle. And this is a total meltdown. From that voice, I want to tell you, if he's one person, he's also another person. If you want to know what Rigathi thinks, apart from Mutahi Kahiga, the other person you should always listen to is that Kimani Ngunjiri. He's on record saying that he's amongst the people that negotiated, were really in the decision-making table for Rigathi to be made the deputy. And he's saying that there are 5 politicians that are behind the current Kenya Kwanza stalemate. Moving an extent, a forgiveness hand, saying, Uhuru Kenyatta, forgive me, I was wrong. I also forgive you. The politics of reconciliation is back. And what the Mount Kenya must question is, why is it that William Ruto team are not very comfortable with Mount Kenya reconciling with Uhuru Kenyatta? That is the gist of this analysis, and I want us to get into that. But before that, guys, I want to remind you, and I want to ask you very deep. I have this urgent appeal. On Thursday, I went to donate clothes to the families, some families that were affected by the floods and demolitions in the slum of Mukuru Kwaruben, specifically someone called Kayaba. And these women you are seeing here, this is where I went then to donate. Those clothes had been, mobilization had been done by one of us in this channel. So I just went to go and give those clothes. But I went there, I was shocked at this development, despite of the president saying that they are going to give 10,000 to these families. There are families that are spending in the cold outside because there are no houses, the houses have been demolished, and they don't have the money to move. So I was able to interact with them, and I went there. The houses that are demolished in that riparian land. So these families, what they do at night, they lit bonfires. Then they will just be hanging around the bonfires until somewhere in the night. Then one person, if you find a place you can go and put your head even to a neighbor or a friend, you do that. It's very devastating. So I decided, and I promised to them that they should start looking for houses around the areas so that on Monday, I will go and pay that. I was able to get, I think, around more than 13 or so families. And I'm targeting that if we can get 100,000 by Monday, we will be able to help these families. This is very urgent, and I really want to make sure that we do it within this shortest 3 days, and we sort them out, pay them rent, and we're okay. Because that government money is not coming. So that is what I'm also reminding you guys. Kindly participate, send any amount. Yeah, state 6,200 there. So we are asking guys, let's support and make sure this is done. Now, I want us to go back to this. Kimani Ngunjiri, the former Bahati MP, is saying this, and I want us to get his statement. Kindly pay attention, because there is something he's saying.
Huyu ni Faruk, huyu ni Sudi, huyu ni waziri. Murkomen. Hawa ndio sasa wameongoza incitement na mpango ya kupiga deputy president. Na hiyo ni ka group nimesema ya Pandi. Pandi ya milima iko wengine. Wakiongozwa na Dede Nyoro. Madharau, kutukanana, we have created billionaires within 1.5 years. And Kenyans are looking at us. And let me tell you, tusisahau, and I want to tell the people I'm going to mention here. Mungu akikupa madaraka, wale wako wajumbe, wale wako mawaziri, Mungu akikupa madaraka, tafuta ngazi ya kutelemuka kukaa na wananchi chini. Mungu akikupa pesa, tafuta ngazi telemuka ukae na wananchi chini. Because Mungu hawezi kukupa pesa uangaize watu yake. Mungu hawezi kukupa madaraka uangushe watu yake. I'm seeing few people who are questioning and I want to talk about them. Hapa iko mtu mmoja anaitwa Kemani Ngunjiri, ni mimi. Hapa iko mtu anaitwa Faruku. Hapa iko mtu anaitwa Sudi. Hapa iko anaitwa Murkomen. I'm asking you, tulishikana tukafanya campaign usiku na mchana ya kusaidia rais. Rais akafanya usiku na mchana mpaka Mungu akatupa madaraka, wale walipata. Lakini ninawauliza, the same people, huyu ni Faruku, huyu ni Sudi, huyu ni waziri Murkomen. Hawa ndio sasa wameongoza incitement na mpango ya kupiga deputy president. Na mimi nawauliza, ni aibu ya aina gani? Tulipiga serikali ambayo ilikuweko mbaya sana. Na ilikuwa imekaa ikamaliza miaka 10. The system we use na kuanikwa kwa makosa hiyo serikali nyingine, si tutaanikwa mara 20 ya hiyo. Kenyans are watching. Usifanye wajinga, Kenyans. If you are buying a property, you must have a broker. Who sold you? Lazima uwe na wakili. Lazima uwe na registrar. Lazima uwe na mwenye shamba. You cannot hide yourself the things people are doing. Nimeenda duka moja hapa, nimekuja juzi hapo la net. Watu wanakuja, mtu anaweka 80 million cash kwa duka. Hii ya vitu ya hardware na nini, 80 million. Ati atakuwa akichukua vitu pole pole. Where is this money coming from? When people are dying. Watu ya Mai up to now hatujawasaidia. Iko shida. The same people are mentioned here. Wanaenda na gari 5 ya security. What have you done so that you can look for security to escort you? What is the problem? Tumetoka kwa wananchi wale walitusaidia kwa hii serikali, tumeanza kuwaonesha tumbo. Biblia husema ukishiba usimuoneshe Mwenyezi Mungu tumbo. We have started 1.5 years. We have billionaires. 1.5 years. Hata nimeona Waigoro governor wa Kenyaga anatusi deputy wakiwa ndege moja na president wakati wanaenda Amerika. Watu watainterpret namna gani na una tweet? Do you want to tell us the powers you have kwa ndege and you want to tell us the president is maybe confirming you? Kama ni kiti vile deputy president alisema, kama watu wanapigania kiti ya running mate, the only two ways, kwa sababu naona wanawasha namna hii, the only two ways, kama hiyo kitu inapiganiwa na kina Dede Nyoro na kina Waigoro na wale wengine, it's very simple. Na Murkomen naye anajua anataka kuwa running mate. We can't have running mate from one side or one tribe. Lakini there are two ways. Ningeomba iwe suluhisho. Hiyo kitu wanafanya kuangaisha nchi na kuangaisha rais kwa kupiganisha watu. Njia ni rahisi sana. It's only two ways. Neither tungoje mpaka 2027. Ndio uamuzi wa running mate utakuweko. Kama sio namna hiyo, basi serikali ivunjwe, muweze kupata ile vitu mnataka. There's only two ways. Lakini raia waliotuchagua tusiwahangaishe. Tunahangaisha sasa civil servant. I want to tell you this. Civil servant, they are worried. Popote wanafanya kazi, they are worried. Kwa sababu kuna watu wale wana nguvu zaidi to threaten them. wewe ni wa kutoka wapi, wewe ni wa kutoka wapi, wewe ni wa region gani. We had that thing ambaye tulikuwa kwa serikali hiyo ingine, wewe ni mtu wa Uhuru, wewe ni mtu wa fulani, wewe ni mtu wa fulani. It was there. Tena we have repeated the same thing. Tumeingia kwa makosa the same. I urge you, Faruk, wewe ndio unapanga hiyo mikutano yote ate ya vijana. Wewe Sudi ambaye tulilia na wewe machozi tukitafuta hii serikali, Murkomen, na ninajua huyo deputy president unapiga wewe, Murkomen alikusaidia kuingia kwa hiyo kiti. Kuna maombi na kuaga ya Mungu, kwa sababu naona vita ya Gachagua yote deputy president si kitu kingine ate kwa sababu walisameheana na Uhuru. That's all. Nothing else has done. Ninauliza, president wetu ametuonesha njia ya kusameheana. Walisameheana na Raila, which we are very happy. They have been together back na campaign ya yeye kizi ya OAU, which is okay. And we are happy for that, for the president, what he is doing. But Gachagua akisema amesameheana na Uhuru, it becomes an issue. Kwa niko kusameheana aina mbili? It becomes an issue. Hii vita tusiingize vita, turudishe vita tulikuwa naye tena. Sasa tuanze sasa kubrandi Uhuru ndani ya hii maneno na yeye amelitaya. Tuanze sasa kuingiza tena hiyo siasa ya kupigana. And I want to tell the president, I want to tell the Kenyans, mimi sina energy tena ya kupigana siasa nyingine ya ukabila ama ya I have no energy. I'm just 1.5 year, mimi miaka 2 sina kazi. And I'm not complaining because sikuwa napigania serikali nipate kazi. Tulikuwa napigania serikali iwe nzuri, mwananchi akae kwa njia nzuri. So I have all rights. Nikizungumza niseme this one is not good. Ni haki yangu nikizungumza mambo kama hayo. Na mjue kitu moja, Wajiko si mjinga. Wajiko anaangalia tu. And I want to support and say, mambo ya kuomba msamaha kama ni ya deputy president, kusameheana na Muigai Uhuru Kenyatta, hiyo ilikuwa wakati wa siasa, watu wanakuarushana. Baada ya hiyo watu wasameheane. Hata mimi nasema, if I did wrong to the former president, anisamehe. Na yeye ile anifanya baya, hata mimi anisamehe.
Now, from this, I can make quick observations related to what you're saying. Do you know, Sudi is the one who was sent in Inoro FM to go and tell Rigathi that nothing is wrong between him and his president. So when you see that MP saying Sudi is in the list, I have a lot of conviction he is not far from the truth. Cherargei is standing with Rigathi Gachagua, and Cherargei is having a trouble with Murkomen. And remember, Murkomen is the one who is being accused of harassing people around, of course, in the Nandi area. So Anne Waiguru is not a lesser devil either, because she made a tweet attacking Rigathi while in the same plane with the president heading to the US. Yeah, it was among the team that flew with the president to the US, and she tweeted with president attacking. And then Faruk Kibet's position in Ruto's government is not very unclear, because at campaigns he was William Ruto's personal aide, but now in government, I don't know whether is a state position. You know, is go there here. Recently made a statement about finance bill, and people are asking, okay, what exactly is his position? But one thing you'll realize, he's trying to control public discussion and narrative. I think it's someone just being planted there to read the mood. And so these fellows that have been mentioned here, including even Ndindi Nyoro, are not just lightweight. But I want to Mount Kenyan to ask, and this is what I want to talk about. Why would William Ruto want that Mount Kenya takes Uhuru Kenyatta as their enemy? Why is someone pushing that enmity? That question is very important. We need to ask, why do someone want Mount Kenya to have an enmity with Uhuru Kenyatta? If it is a matter of unity, by the way, we are talking about unity. Uhuru Kenyatta is also one of the people in Mount Kenya. He's also a Kenyan anyway. So, this question is very important. Number one, Ruto will want to use the juvenile Mount Kenya MPs to advance his crash agenda on Uhuru Kenyatta. If the MPs that should be demanding, head of budget committee, majority leader, if the MPs that should be asking the president, why is it that Uhuru Kenyatta's pension packs have not been sent to his account, it is this Mount Kenya MPs. They're the ones that should be leading it, by the way. Then Parliament, they hold parliamentary positions, committees in the National Assembly. So these fellows are the ones that should be asking. They should be leading the nation and asking, why haven't you paid Uhuru Kenyatta's pension? Yes. I remember the same thing. It happened when Raila had issues. It's ODM that were pushing. So it's that they are silenced and they're being pocketed. So that no one would ask, you know, even if an MP from Mombasa would come to ask, not have any weight, not have weight. But I want you to imagine it is Ndidi Nyoro, Waiguru and Rigathi and Ichungwas that are saying, where is Uhuru Kenyatta's pension? Ruto will be shaken. And so they are being pocketed as one of the strategy to advance that crash agenda. Number two, Uhuru has a big political party called Jubilee Party. And William Ruto understands all these people that are trooping back to Uhuru, there is somewhere they can be accommodated. They can be accommodated in Jubilee. And if they are accommodated in Jubilee, the Jubilee is the vehicle to Mount Kenya politics. So that is also one of the reasons why someone would want to see enmity. That no one is talking about Uhuru Kenyatta and Uhuru Kenyatta is not in the picture. Number three, now Raila handshake with Uhuru Kenyatta changed the political landscape. And if they will head back to Uhuru, then that will be an entry of Azimio la Umoja in Mount Kenya. And that will complicate everything for William Ruto in 2027. And let's just think someone wants to perpetuate the political snogganeering in 2027, that one that was targeting Mount Kenya, the us versus them, the cluster war. And for that to be done, you need to make sure that Uhuru Kenyatta is the enemy. Thank you. Saidia hapa, tulizani swali hii nyumba zimabomolea zilikuwa zinalipa pesa ngapi? Ulikuwa unalipa pesa ngapi? Kuna nataka kusema na sauti ngiri? Kuna mabati 5. Na mawe ngiri. Okay. So zilibomolewa za mabati na za mabati na za mawe zote.
Bora iko eneo kwa ile line wamemaka.
Sasa ukimuku unajua huwezi move kwenye mawezi ya kodi. Lazima move kwa yenye unaweza. Kwa yenye unaweza afford, si ndio? Sababu mimi naona unajua nilikuwa naangalia nilikuwa nadhani ni milioni watu watatu wa mimi. Na nataka nione ile kitu kinawezekana sababu for around 9 or 10.
Just say 10.
10. Mimi kwa nataka niende nataka twende tuone hapo. Then if Mungu akikubali, you give me Leonie, you give me 2 days. Yeah, so and guys, I'm talking to you guys. How the club yes, so that is what we are going to do. You see, these women here, they are 50 now. Wengine, not they are 50, they are 10. We picked 10. So the only problem here is them moving out kwa sababu hizo nyumba zimebomolewa. Then tunakubaliana sitakupatia kwa mkono. Nenda tunalipa. Sawa. Sababu unaweza pata mama sema mimi naenda kuongeza stock bado ubaki hapo. Mtu akuja aone huyu mtu mwenye kaza ndio pesa yeye akisi hajahama. Sivyo? Yeah, so tutakubaliana. That is what we do. So guys, that is what we are going to do. This is very urgent. I've just felt this. Tunaenda kuona. Give me mtu mmoja 250,000. Tupatie hawa Monday. We come, we move them out. Kila mtu aende kazi. Sivyo? Ah, asante.